Today we'll be continuing the lead code problem number 73. The previous video has already been uploaded. You can watch out that and just come up with this video because this is a continuation. That video that I have uploaded earlier, it's like a brute force approach of a given problem. Now I'll be telling up with the optimize approach. Okay, so let's get started. Now the problem statement I've already discussed. Again I'll be brushing up through because you might be getting idea of how we will be proceeding with this solution. Okay, so this question is like we need to set the entire row and column of the element that we'll be encountering as a 0. Okay, so here we are encountering 0, so entire row and column we need to put it as 0. Okay, and here also the same thing, and we need to do in the original matrix. This thing we can't be do the thing in a modified matrix. Okay, so that this thing you need to take care of. Okay, we will be storing the row and column value. Whatever the approach that we are going today is like we will be storing some the element that we will be encountering as 0. So here we have just encountered 0 with row position as 1 and column position as 1. So somewhere we will be storing 1 and 1. Okay, and again we will be traversing the whole original matrix, and if at any point we got something like row 1 or column 1, so we'll be just putting it as 0. Okay, so here is the simple approach that we will be applying. Now coming to the code part, now we will be doing it in Java, and if you want in any other programming languages you can just change the syntax related to it. The logics remain the same. Okay, so you can just convert that code by your own, and in that way you will be getting a more clear idea of how to give a approach to this problem. Okay, so first we will be taking up a set of integers. Okay, where we will be storing up like first we will be taking up one for row and one for column. So subsequently I'll be giving the value like rows, and the next thing we'll be giving like set of integer, and I will be giving it as a columns. Okay, column, and this is a set which belongs to a hash set. Okay, in Java programming, so I'll be extending it. Okay, hash set, this will be belonging to, and yes, we will be completing it with the declaration part. Okay, hash set of integers value, and we will be storing up the rows and column that come up with a 0 as a value. Okay, so first we will be traversing the original matrix. Okay, now here the matrix is referred as a matrix whole, but earlier I have used m, so now also I will be using m. Okay, so yeah, I is equal to 0, and yeah, I have not taken out the row and column the sequence that I will be traversing through. Okay, so int r is equal to m dot length. Okay, m dot length, and I will also be taking out the number of column that is given. So m of 0 dot length. Okay, now here I will be doing like I should be moving from 0 to less than r, that is the row value, and should be incremented, and my j will again be starting from 0 and will be moving till the column value, and j should be incremented. And yeah, if I will at any point encountering like my m value of I and j, it's as a 0, so I will be storing like columns. This is a set. Okay, so rows dot, I will be using the add one to store the ith value, and rows not rows, columns will be storing the column value dot add j. Okay, now here I have just stored the rows and column values. Okay, now I will be traversing through my original matrix, and if at any point I'm getting my row value or column value as the one stored in the rows and columns set, okay, so at that point I will be just modifying that value to 0. Okay, so here I am just traversing through my original matrix. So for int I is equal to 0, I should be less than r, and I should be plus plus. Okay, and then for j is equal to 0, and j should be less than column value, and j should be plus plus. Okay, now at any point if my rows dot contain, okay, if my rows dot contains if my rows dot contains the ith value that I am just going through, okay, and at any point I am just encountering the column value that I'm just going through, just now I have taken up the I and jth value. Okay, so that point I will be modifying my values. Okay, so contains j. So if this encounter, then I will be just modifying my in matrix value to 0. Okay, now I hope this will run. Let's check it with the test cases. Okay, now here it has successfully run for 2 test cases. Now by submitting it, we'll be checking for all of the test cases to see that if it's working for all of the problem statements. Okay, like this way we can also check that is an optimized one or not. So yeah, we are getting a solution. That means this will be giving up optimized solution. Okay, here we will are not taking up so much of extra space that we were using in earlier problem. Okay, so yeah, do check this out, and if you have any doubt you can put it in the comment section, and do check out my previous video, which is a first video of this problem statement. Okay, and that way you will be getting a clear idea of how to give a different approach to a single problem. Okay, with this we'll end this session. Thank you.